All right, we got to report, guys, because we got to start that way. After hurting his ankle against the Cavs Wednesday, Luka Doncic from questionable to available, so that's the good news. Austin Reeves went from questionable to will not play tonight. Of course, the Wizards, who traded for Trae Young, he's out. He'll be reevaluated after the All-Star break. He has that quad contusion. For more, the man who can set the scene as well as anyone, Mike Trudell, Laker reporter, joins us from the nation's capital. Mike, when you said questionable yesterday on Twitter, I got excited, and I thought that meant playing, but questionable is questionable.
Yeah, and I understand that, Gator, right? Because it was the first time since Christmas Day that Austin was upgraded from out to questionable. So that did fuel some thought that maybe this would be the game that he returned. And that, of course, is where we started with J.J. Redick. So instead of explaining that myself, let's let J.J. explain sort of what the thinking was, where Austin's at, and when he might return.
Yeah, Luka's good. Just got upgraded. Austin will be out.
We've kind of gone through the day-by-day progression with Austin, so I'm guessing nothing new on that. But what was kind of the final decision point about him not playing this one?
Yeah, just continues to progress. He hasn't had any setbacks. Yesterday was 5 weeks from the injury, and he's right on schedule, if not a little bit ahead of schedule. So it's just him being fully confident in his body, and he continues to get a lot of great work on the court.
Next opportunity would be Sunday. Is it going to be you'll just check and see how he feels tomorrow, and we'll kind of go through it again on game day?
Yeah.
Okay. And then with Luka, he obviously played through it after he tweaked the ankle. And any concern there? He felt good?
He's got some soreness, but he was able to get some manual therapy today after the game, and he'll be ready to go.
And then on the Wizards, been playing well even before they won their last two games, kind of in every game for the last couple of weeks. So what have you seen from them in the kind of the athleticism and the transition play?
Yeah, I mean they're playing with a lot of freedom. I would describe all of their players as aggressive. The ball is live in everybody's hands, and you can see the growth from their guys, particularly their second-year guys, George and Carrington, and of course Alex Sarr, as well, kind of coming into his own. And they play with a lot of freedom. They're really good shooting off the dribble jumpers, and we obviously have to worry about their pace as well. No, it doesn't change for me. You're as a player, I've talked about this a couple times this season. As a player, you're constantly looking inward, and as a coach, you're looking outward. And so as a coach, you're trying to look at the big picture. And, that could be the big picture within a game, or it could be the big picture in a stretch of games. It could be the big picture in a season, whatever it may be. But you still feel the weight of wins and losses like you do as a player.
All right, so there's J.J. Redick, and you heard the explanation, Geeter. Now, obviously, we buried the news a little bit. Luka is playing in this one, and he is returning. We know that he kind of tweaked that left ankle falling off of the elevated floor in Cleveland, and I just double-checked. No real elevated floor here.
Yeah,
okay?
Thank you.
I think we're good in D.C., so Luka's in the action, and then we'll see about Austin. It sounds like maybe Sunday at Madison Square Garden. If not, of course, the last game of the trip is on Tuesday in Brooklyn. But tonight, Luka and everybody else, except for Austin, will be on the floor.
And by the way, JJ has told no lies. He said possibly at the end of this road trip or sometime during the road trip, so I think we're all just getting excited, but there are still 2 more games. So thank you, Mike. And I'll be following, of course, Twitter, just to let Michael tell us when that's happening. So listen, downgraded to out tonight. It's a bummer because I think we're all getting very excited about it. But when he does come back, which we know is now imminent and happening soon, he's going to make an immediate impact.
Without question. I mean, immediate, hopefully his stamina is going to be a little off. He's been out a long time. So I don't know what type of workouts he's been doing. From what I understand, he's been obviously having some light practices live. But yeah, Gator, this is what they've been missing. I mean, got Luka. Luka's doing his thing. LeBron, but Austin Reeves was getting to the line sometime 15 to 20 times. A shot maker, a creator, a guy that collapses defenses and takes charges. He was doing all of that. So, yeah, he's that threat. I mean, a real threat. and that third guy, if you want to call it that, the second guy, maybe the first guy at times.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He also has that ability, James and Rob, when the team doesn't have energy on a certain night, maybe he's that guy because of his ability that can really get you going. When you're out for 5 to 6 weeks, Rob, how long does it take to really get that rhythm back? Because you can see it in Spurs. It does take a little bit, right?
Yeah, but every player is different.
Okay.
You can see certain players like Austin, in the way he plays the game and the way he's able to draw and ones. He might be a little rusty, but the good thing about that, you got 2 big dogs that can allow you to be rusty.
He doesn't have to come back and score 35.
Yeah, he doesn't have to come out and jump right into the fire. And I think you're looking at this test. I thought he would come back in this game because you look at, the best time to warm up is against a team that's not that good in Washington. And then you go to New York, you got the Knicks, who's a really good team. And then you got Brooklyn, who's a so-so team. But, Michael Porter Jr. is over there playing really great. Yep. But I think, where do you throw him in? Do you throw him in the deep end or do you throw him in the shallow end? That's the biggest question. You have to see, like we said, we haven't seen what he's been doing off the court. We haven't seen what kind of prep he's been doing to get back on the floor. And that's the biggest key because if you think about it now, when it comes to calf injuries, everybody was like, whoa, ever since the Kevin Durant thing. And so I think for him, also, the mental.
Yeah.
Why are you mental? Because you think about Kevin Durant, then you think about Halliburton in the playoffs, and all these things that happen when guys have calf injuries, and next thing you know, season's over.
Yeah, and they are 9-8 without him, so they have survived, and that's kind of all we asked for on Christmas when he got hurt was kind of, can you tread water, keep your head above until he gets back, so hopefully he's back soon. Listen, Luka is playing. That's the good news. He's coming off that injury on the Cavs court, the ankle. Joe Vardon from The Athletic stated that the NBA and the Cavs are revisiting the situation. Cavs court is just an ongoing issue, guys. I'm not sure why it's still elevated in 2026, but frustrating at that moment because we were thinking, man, we're just getting healthy, and here goes Luka out now. You can't catch a break, but he's going to play, James.
Yeah, so, when he injured his ankle right there, as he hopped backwards and then the elevated floor got him right there, I thought it was, worse than what it was. I mean, it looked bad right there, but thank goodness he was able to come back. And, he's going to play tonight. So that means that he's capable. He's capable. It's not like he's, can't do what he normally does. I think he'll be Luka as we expect him to be.
I think he came back and he was 12 for 16.
I guarantee you won't be doing no more antics. You think about that. If he just takes the shot and get back, this won't happen. And when I saw this, it reminded me of this charity event I played one time in Miami at the arena. And the guy was running, and he didn't know that the floor dropped. He dropped. You know what he did? He broke his ankle. And so that's what I thought when I started, oh, Lord, he done broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Because all I can think about is what I've seen before and what has happened.
So you've seen those elevated courts.
I've seen the elevated. And so when he was able to get back up and get back out there,
do you think they should have those in the league?
Well, the thing about it is, in that situation, everybody's going, because it was Luka, it would have been me. They'd be like, oh, don't hop back like that.
Yeah, you rarely get that far back.
Can I have a word with the fan that just didn't put out his hand and stop him for a minute? But that guy's ducking and going the other way. Just a little, just a little mid-back.
Hey, that's what you do when you Cleveland. You get out of the way. Now, if that's an LA fan, you hold him up.
Oh,
But you
sure,
Cleveland fan, like, get on out of the way. But I think when you think about it, the elevated floor is for one reason, to give the guys more cushion. Instead of sitting it directly on the concrete or whatever it is, it's a way for that floor to give you more bounce and cut out on the injuries to the knee and to the body. So,
okay. All right, Rob.
Only cool guys like you and Luka like hop back.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a little show.
Style.
Yeah.
Hey, if he follow,
hang.
All like I said is follow your shot from now on, Luka. We won't have this
We
problem.
don't need him to do that. All right, Austin Reeves may not be available tonight.
We
know that Jake LaRavia is. He's the only Laker to have played in all 46 games this season. He's been pretty good, too, averaging over 9 points per game in his first season with the team. Plus, the Washington Wizards been struggling, but they've got a young core ready to battle. Lakers look to